Hey, bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue pour ce nouvel épisode de Sherlock Holmes, Crime et Châtiment. J'espère que vous allez bien, parce qu'aujourd'hui nous allons normalement finir l'enquête, débuter. Donc on avait enquêté sur la scène de crime où il y avait eu 2 meurtres. Il y a un suspect qui serait le frère de Wiggins, donc le petit enfant qui nous a épaulé sur certaines enquêtes, qu'on a pu voir en début de l'autre vidéo, donc l'épisode 18 si je ne dis pas de bêtises. Et on avait donc interrogé les témoins et dont l'un d'eux avait volé un bijou qui était par terre, hein, on l'avait démasqué et du coup on doit enquêter dessus. Mais avant ça, on s'était arrêté à Scotland Yard où on avait examiné donc les effets personnels de Layton, donc qui est le suspect. Maintenant, on va tout simplement aller l'interroger avant de poursuivre. Est-ce que je peux parler? Tiens Watson, tu fous quoi ici? Ok, il n'y a rien à faire, donc on va l'interroger. Le petit Susprout qui est là.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Donc on reprend un direct.
Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Layton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Allez, dis tout. D'abord on va faire ton petit profil parce que cette balafre sur ton visage me fait peur. Une cicatrice très profonde. A grandi dans la rue. Ah, attendez, il y avait un truc là. Eh. Il y a des coups récents à résister à l'arrestation. Tête brûlée. Ah bah c'est bon, je pouvais aller là. Tête brûlée, à résister... Écharpe élégante, mode de la ville, travail reposant, gratte-papier. Ah, un tatouage, il a fait de la prison. Il a commis un crime. Ok.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head. And he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
D'accord.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. Second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand though. I took it. And then I followed the third man.
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man. Layton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps... It's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Alors, très 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 intéressant. Un homme décrit. L'acteur connaissait sa victime et a pu tuer pour un motif personnel. Double assassinat. Oh, je crois pas. Faudrait qu'on enquête sur le feu, le coup de feu simultané en fait. Enfin, parce que c'est possible que cette fois-ci qu'il y avait peut-être bien une troisième personne. Alors pourquoi je n'arrive plus? Alors des fois je sais pas si c'est pas la manette qui bug ou quoi, mais c'est pénible. Bah là on va retourner à Baker Street. Alors déjà je vais voir si je peux parler à l'estrade.
Mr. Holmes.
Alors on va partir à Baker Street. On va rechercher des informations sur le fameux bracelet. C'est très 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 important. Voilà. C'est dans les archives, hein. Consultez les archives. Je pense que ça va être dans les encyclopédies.
That is not the one I need. That is not.
Je pensais que c'était dans les trucs. Économie. Ça serait pas là alors dans les journaux?
That is not.
Ah bah.
That is.
Mystère. portrait de Dorian Gray. Un naufrage.
That is not.
Peut-être ça.
That is.
Des têtes de mouflons.
That is.
Attention, on a fait tout.
That is.
Ah, bah ouais, le musée. Alors, un instrument, un bracelet, un collier. Les 5 mouflons ont disparu au musée depuis 1885.
Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archives.
1885. Et là, je pense qu'on va arriver au
That is not
cambriolage.
the-
Voilà, le vol. Cave sur la Gage Street pour signaler. Canadien avait tenté de lui vendre. Vincent Follet. Ok.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler.
C'est bon. J'avoue que j'ai du mal sur cette enquête là. Mais je sais pas pourquoi je dois utiliser donc la clé. Une clé en métal sur le verrouille.
Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl.
Ah bah prêteur sur gage, ça va, ça m'a déverrouillé. Bah pourquoi il me le dit pas aussi? D'habitude ça me le met. C'est vrai, d'habitude ça me le met, bah voilà quoi. C'est ça. On peut pas leur parler, hein. C'était quoi ce bruit?
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly. Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer. Crampon.
Peut-être pas pour tout de suite ça. Je me souviens plus. Putain, j'ai des... Cette enquête là. C'est vrai que je m'en souviens presque plus. Alors, il y a des petits passages où oui, mais d'autres. Il y a un
A
pistolet.
flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor. The Ram's Heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Alors salut Ghana, je me rappelle que tu m'as parlé de 3 antiquaires. Figure-toi que j'ai trouvé un qui rappelle ces breloques. Il est prêt à raquer une petite fortune. Je peux te faire rencontrer cette tirelire sur pattes contre une part du gâteau. Je t'attends dimanche soir au carrefour de Great Alley et de Half Moon Street avant le feu d'artifice. Brian Vercotti. Intéressant.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Mobile, le butin, le crime avant est peut-être lié à la recherche du trésor. Ça, je sais pas encore ça. Meurtre pour vol, maintenant ça fait. Alors là, j'ai des gros doutes. Témoignage, ouais. J'ai des gros doutes sur ça. Alors là, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Résoudre le crime, il y a peut-être... Ok, c'était ça qu'on devait faire. Pour l'instant, écoutez, là, je ne sais pas quoi faire ici avec cela, je m'en souviens plus. On va retourner sur le lieu du crime. Reconstituer donc la scène. Ça va nous, je pense, ça va nous permettre d'avoir une meilleure approche de l'enquête, parce que là, je suis un peu perdu. Peut-être des coups, ouais, peut-être des coups qui auraient été faits simultanés, des coups de feu, bien évidemment. C'est trop calme ici. Ah bon, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Il est où? Bah, il est plus là.
It would...
Alors. Bah, ils avaient tous les deux des armes.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to... This should be useful. This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
J'ai eu bon là? Ça reste un meurtre, hein. Alors. L'homme invisible. Le trajet de Marot, hein? Alors attendez. Le brigadier Marot. On va lui reparler à Marot.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood. I shouldn't look for Mr. Holmes here. He's hiding in Half Moon Street. I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll
Bon, elle
find
était...
another place to hide.
Elle était pétée sa cachette là quand même. Mais il est où ce con? Ah, il est bien planqué là.
Mr. Holmes.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Trouver un lance-fusée et du matériel. Ah bah voilà, bah justement, maintenant on sait, on va aller retourner au prêteur sur gage pour trouver donc le lance-fusée et les crampons pour escalader. Ça veut dire que quelqu'un aurait pris les trucs là-bas chez lui, chez le mec, et serait revenu. Ça me paraît gros.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall. This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Tu me diras, la boutique, elle est à côté de la ruelle. Hein. Putain, quand ça coupe comme
Why
ça,
are you
j'aime pas.
looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Il lui cherche des poux.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can. This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
Oh, t'as des QTE.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
Ça voudrait dire qu'en fait le mec il est
Holmes?
resté.
Holmes, where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen, I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Sur la piste du meurtrier, inspecter le grenier du bâtiment par lequel il a pu s'échapper, résoudre le crime de la fin. D'accord. Pour l'instant, on n'a vraiment rien. Donc là, on va ouvrir la porte et inspecter cet entrepôt. Alors avant tout, on va quand même examiner. J'aime bien entendre les bruits là des sabots.
These shards of glass are from the window above. Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket. A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
J'ai même pas examiné la trappe en plus. Je voulais le faire après. Il faut d'abord tout examiner là. D'accord, ça nous fait sortir en fait. Bon, allons à Baker Street. Donc il y avait bien une troisième personne. Donc là on va examiner les fibres.
Let us take a closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes.
Et après à cheveux.
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair. Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample. The horse hair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal,
Plus
and
grand
it
qu'un
is
cheval.
larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
Elton est innocent, nous avons... Ah, pour moi, il y a aucun doute de son innocence. Alors j'ai dû me tromper quelque part ici. Bah non. Disparition de la personne aperçue. A fui les lieux du crime en escaladant le mur. C'était un acrobate confirmé. Le criminel a pris une arme sur l'un des cadavres. Ah bah là... là c'est clair que c'est très très louche cette histoire. Donc on pense à un acrobate. Donc voilà, faut bien faire son tableau. Vous avez vu, quand on hésite ou quoi, bah voilà, ça, on trouve pas forcément le truc. Et du coup on peut rester bloqué, mais ça va, le jeu il est pas non plus punitif dans ce sens, hein. Donc tant mieux. Donc écoutez, nous on va se quitter ici pour cet épisode les amis. J'espère qu'il vous aura plu, je vous dis à la prochaine pour la suite. Et portez-vous bien, bye bye.